everyone, welcome to our channel. We are from Group 4 consisting of me, Listiana Uswatun Hasanah, and my friend Naila Sakira Fadila want to talk about English learning strategy at the basic level. Table of contents. We have the first one is introduction. The second one is foreign language teaching concept. The third one is types of learning strategies. And the last one is conclusion. Okay, let me talk about introduction English learning strategies. A strategy is a pattern of learning activities that the teacher selects and uses contextually based on student characteristics, school conditions, and the surrounding environment, as well as the specific objectives of learning. Learning strategies are methods and techniques that ensure students achieve their learning objectives. There is a need for a link between learning strategies and learning objectives in order to obtain effective and efficient learning activity steps. Neyman et al. State that all forms of language teaching can be well developed if we have sufficient knowledge about learning and the teaching and learning process itself. Thus, knowledge about the characteristics of the learner will assist in facilitating teaching and learning activities so that learners can achieve maximum results. Okay, we move to the second is foreign language teaching concept. The concept of teaching foreign language is inseparable from the concept of learning itself. Regarding language learning, the most important thing to understand is that language learning is an acquisition process with the aim of achieving communication skills. Second language acquisition theory shows that a child learns because of a need for it, which they can fulfill through learning language. The theory also says that language skill develop gradually from easy to more complex. By paying attention to the characteristics of the development of children's language skills, language teaching must be carried out by paying attention to the following concepts. 1. A teacher as a model. 2. Present a natural situation where the use of English as an everyday language is prevalent. 3. Present English as a language, not as a lesson that is not useful. 4. The mistakes that children make are not a failure. They show that they are growing. 5. Focus more on meaning than on language form. 6. Communicate. Even with very simple sentence, and a student answers maybe one word at a time. 7. Rules or grammar are important, but in the early stage, avoid teaching them grammar explicitly to avoid frustration in children. Okay, let's move again. So the third one is types of learning strategies.
6 types of learning strategies. First, memory strategy. Second, cognitive strategy. Third, compensation strategy. Fourth, metacognitive strategy. Fifth, affective strategy. And last, social strategy. First, memory strategy. Learning memory is used by the learner by making use of previous knowledge and learning experience. This learning strategy involves a lot of memory and learning process that use memory. For example, if the learner associates speech sounds with things ever remembered, then he is using learning memory strategy. Second, cognitive strategy. Cognitive is all learner behavior in the teaching and learning process related to use of the learner's thinking power. In the study, 6 types of cognitive behavior were determined: correcting on mistakes, using gestures, practicing saying words, writing in notebooks, reading from the blackboard, and staring at teaching media. Third, compensation strategy. Compensatory learning is used by learners who already have skills which is quite high. This learning strategy is usually used to overcome some limitation in language. Learners who have difficulty explaining something in the language they are learning, for example, can use definition or translation in his words to keep the language process running. Fourth, metacognitive strategy. Metacognitive is all learner behavior related to techniques or ways of learning to deal with and manage teaching and learning materials. Metacognitive strategies are embodied in a variety of activities that can be put into the following 3 categories: severing attention plan and organize teaching and learning activities, and evaluate the teaching and learning process. Fifth, affective strategy. Affective is any learner's behavior related to the attitudes and feelings of learners in dealing with the learning process. This strategy is divided into 2, positive affective and negative affective. The positive affective strategy is represented by 4 behaviors: look to show pleasure or satisfaction, smile to show satisfaction, and show fun because funny things are fun. Negative affective strategies are represented by 5 behaviors: showing confusion, complaining, not paying attention to the teacher, talking to peers outside the relevance of learning, and showing indifference. And the last, social strategy. Social is all learner behavior related to the cooperation of students with their peers in achieving learning goals. This strategy is realized in 6 activities: talk with classmates about lesson, help friends according to teaching and learning activities, ask helping friends, giving compliments to friends, praising or cheering on friends, and disturbing friends. Conclusion. Strategy is a pattern of learning activities that are selected and used by the teacher contextually, according to the characteristic of the students, the condition of the school, the surrounding environment, and the specific learning objective, which are the need for a link between learning strategies and learning objectives, so that steps for effective and efficient learning activities are obtained. Many researchers group learning strategies into 4 types: cognitive, metacognitive, affective, and social. Cognitive strategies relate to the thinking power of learners in processing teaching and learning materials. Metacognitive strategies relate to tactics or the learner's way of dealing with and managing teaching and learning materials. Effective strategies relate to the attitudes and feelings of students in dealing with their learning process. Social strategies relate to the cooperation of students with their peers in achieving learning goals. And this is the link for our reference. That's our explanation about English learning strategy. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video. Bye!